Hey everyone, it's Tracy. Very excited for today's video because we're gonna have a Tim Burton / Halloween weekend and see The Nightmare Before Christmas live in concert at the Hollywood Bowl. Something that I have always wanted to do, and I'm like trying not to lose my mind over this. So we need to figure out an outfit for that. Something that will fit the growing bump. And I am so excited. I can like barely hold it in. I'm so grateful to be able to do this and so grateful to have you here. So let's get into it. For the sake of transparency, Disney Concerts invited me out to this, which I'm also still pinching myself over because, as you may know, this is like one of my all-time favorite movies. And this exact concert is something that I've wanted to see for years and years and years. So I'm just like, my fangirl brain is like going crazy right now. And I say that because I do my best to stay super transparent with you guys and mention when things like this happen. But also, like, if I can do it, you can do it. Among the many things that I hope to share here, I hope this might be a testimony that literally anything is possible, and don't stop dreaming because you never know when one may come true. But all that being said, we need to get an outfit together. So I shared this thing on TikTok and Instagram to help me pick an outfit. The options were Sally, Scary Teddy, or the Mayor. By far the clear winner on TikTok was the Mayor. So I think we're gonna go with the Mayor. Barely buttons at this point, so we're gonna have to make some adjustments. So the tentative plan I have to adjust this is to wear a button up underneath with these black dress pants. Put this like belly band maternity thing on top of it because I feel like it might look cute to let this part peek out maybe. Every time I look at myself in the mirror or something, I cannot believe that this is happening still. It's very exciting, but also so weird. So we're gonna tuck the button up in so we can show this part. Dress, we're just gonna wear as like a long vest, I think. So that's how we're looking. Shape-wise right now, I think the Mayor is definitely the most fitting choice out of the options. It's almost like comical. But to complete this look, we definitely need accessories. So I've got a little spider brooch because he has like a little spider bow tie, and then the Mayor ribbon, which was a little DIY I did also for last year's outfits. The back is kind of a mess, but it's got like a little safety pin to attach it on there, kind of last minute. Once people really like this one on TikTok, I was like, I think I'm gonna go with this one, but I feel like I need one more thing to like bring it to life. So I put together a little DIY mask that's got each of his faces. I've also got a hat for him, also out of cardboard. Very simple, but pretty effective, I think. Question of the day: is Nightmare Before Christmas more of a Halloween movie or more of a Christmas movie, in your opinion? I have a very strong opinion about this personally, that it's both. And also, I think the perfect night to watch it is on Halloween night. After you're done with parties and trick-or-treating and stuff like that, kind of transition from Halloween season to the holiday season. That's been my tradition to watch it that way since I was like in middle school. So if you haven't tried that before, maybe something to try this year. Every time I remember I'm going to this concert, I'm like, wait, is this really happening? Danny Elfman himself is going to be performing too. I don't even know where to start with this man, but he composed the music for a lot of Tim Burton movies. He is the singing voice of Jack Skellington himself, the man, the myth, the legend. This concert has been at the Hollywood Bowl for the past 10 years. Hopefully it continues and comes back next year and the year after. But like, Danny Elfman is in his 70s already, so bless this man for continuing to perform and bless us with this concert. Okay, my brain is like going crazy, but I have to like calm down, get stuff all together so we can go to the concert. But like I mentioned, I will be there with Disney Concerts and some other creators. So if I'm not able to share like every single second in this vlog, then other bits and pieces from the night will be in those other places. But here we go.
Happy Halloween!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good, how are you? Trick or treat. Thank you. Thank you.
Because she was telling me that she has like 14.
Who is secretly in love with Jack? Stop it. Woohoo! Done. Go ahead and spin it. Okay.
Now we're gonna go spin.
This is the Hot Topic costume contest, and we're going to bring out some amazing costumes. You guys are going to vote on them. Come here, my darlings. Thank you. Let's have a hand for everybody before we get going.
'Twas a long time ago, longer now than it seems. The story that you're about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. This is Halloween, everybody make some trick or treat.
Till the neighbor's gonna die of fright.
Thank you, everyone. No, thanks to you, Jack. Without your brilliant leadership. Not at all, Mayor. There are few who deny in what I do I am the best, but my talents are renowned far and wide. Jack the Pumpkin King. Oh, somewhere deep inside of these bones, Tucky, I'm Mr. Unlucky, and since I am dead, I can take off my head to recite Shakespearean quotation. What's this? What's this? There's water everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air. The sights, the sounds, they're everywhere and all around. I've never felt so good before. Just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I can't believe it. Lock and Barrel. So please welcome John Stamos as Locke. Ricky Lindholm as Shock. And somebody else's Barrel.
Kick out Mr. Santa Claus? I want to do it. It's just straws. Kick out the Santa Claus, hiding in a bag. Throw it in the ocean and see if he's so. He'll be so pleased, I can declare, that he will bring it where?
Ladies and gentlemen, here to sing the Oogie Boogie song and making his Hollywood Bowl debut and singing the song for the first time anywhere, a great big hand for Mr. Keith David.
You hear the boogie song, whoa, You ain't going nowhere. Pleasure to welcome Janelle Monáe.
What will become of my dear friend?
Up to the sky, at least I got some stories they can tell. We're simply meant to be. And of course, because it's Halloween.
I tried to articulate my thoughts after I got back last night, but like my fangirl brain was just gone at that point. Words cannot describe how incredible that was. Danny Elfman singing sounds exactly like Jack Skellington out of the movie. The full orchestra, all the guest vocalists and everything, it was crazy. Like, I still cannot believe I witnessed that in real life. I even felt the baby like kicking and moving at some parts. Hopefully it comes back next year too, because if you haven't seen it, I cannot recommend it enough. Crazy. I'm still like processing everything that happened. And you might have noticed the giant Jack bag behind me. This was actually a gift from the Disney style team, and it's actually full of gift items also, which I haven't looked at yet, so I thought we could do that together. I see something oogie boogie. It's a water bottle holder, I think. That is very cute. Jack Skellington ears. Oh, these are Loungefly ears too, but it's got like a holographic Jack Skellington pattern on the back. And then a Loungefly plaque there. These I think we also saw in the parks in a previous vlog. Oh, this is the shoulder plush stereo. The magnetic piece, so you can attach them to your shoulder. Very cute. If 11-year-old me could see all this right now, she would explode. We have an Oogie Boogie shirt in here. Last, we've got a clear concert pouch from Disney Concerts. Oh, with some candy inside too. And of course, the giant Jack bag itself that has The Night Before Christmas on the back. You might know that I have one of these already at home, so I might do like a gifting or some sort of giveaway with this. I just like to find ways to give back to you guys. I might do it like at the parks or Instagram or something. I don't know. I'll have to give that some thought, but we'll have to find him a good loving home. A couple other items that were out of the bag already. Light up Jack Skellington necklace, blankets. I ended up using this already last night at the concert because it got very, very chilly. Cute little Sally tee that has this stitching detail on the sleeves. Jack Skellington pullover. The Jack face itself is made up of a bunch of small Jack faces, which is pretty cool. Also might have noticed a change of scenery here, but we actually ended up getting a hotel for the night using some points that we had on Expedia or something. One, because like the Hollywood Bowl can be kind of hard to get to. The one road to get into the parking lots can get really backed up. So I was kind of nervous about that, especially with pregnancy. Like I can't go longer than a certain amount without a bathroom. So that was actually like a pretty big concern for me. But two, just to kind of have a staycation in the LA area. I have one mission in mind for the Burbank like LA area, which is to go to the Warner Brothers store. I heard they have Over the Garden Wall merch there. Ji-chan and I are a big fan of that show, especially Ji-chan, and it just kind of seems like a cool store to check out anyway too. So we'll try to do that and maybe just see where the day takes us after that. So we've made our way to the Warner Brothers studio lot. This area of Burbank, the studios are like super close together. We drove by the Disney lot and Universal is just like right down the street from here. But what's cool about the Warner Brothers studio is that the studio store you can go into just for free. You don't have to be on the tour or anything like that. Found out about it because the Over the Garden Wall merch came up on my feed on TikTok. And since we were going to be in the area, I thought we could stop by and check that out. But just in case you're local to the area also or planning a trip here and are a fan of any of these Warner Brothers properties that we're about to see, I just thought I'd share this in case it might be helpful too. So once you enter, the studio tour check-in is off to the right-hand side, which we're not doing the tour today, but the store is over to the left-hand side, which we are gonna do. This costume display was actually worn for the movie. My threshold for like scary Halloween stuff is like Oogie Boogie Bash. Like I'm like the biggest baby. Ooh. The 20th anniversary? Oh my goodness. It makes me feel old. Kind of on theme. We're having like kind of a Tim Burton weekend, I feel like. Ooh, the bag is really cute. Some stickers. And a magnet, I think. Yes, magnet. Some figures. And a t-shirt. Can the living marry the dead? Ji-chan is over here waiting for me. But I feel like it's kind of a trap to get me to walk through all this spooky, scary stuff. And without further ado, let's check out the store itself. Walking right into a Harry Potter corner. Very fancy chess set here. The song! Oh my goodness. They're playing, I might have to cut this for copyright, but they're playing Over the Garden Wall music just as we're walking in. I do admit I'm not like the biggest Harry Potter fan, but I'm always surprised at how intense the fan base is still, even like after all these years. Let me know what house you guys are if you're a Harry Potter person. I myself am a Ravenclaw. I feel like every time I say that, people are like, I thought so. But like, do I give that strong Ravenclaw vibes? I don't know. But we have a bunch of magical creatures. There is so much stuff. A Niffler. Wit, learning, and wisdom. This sweatshirt's actually pretty cute. There's even a candle. What does a Ravenclaw candle smell like? Sage, parchment, cool air, and some other stuff. Very interesting. Half of this whole store is all Harry Potter stuff. There's robes, there's wands, there's all kinds of house merch. Like I said, I'm always blown away at how much Harry Potter stuff there is and how intense the fandom is. Ooh, I think maybe more costumes here. Actually worn by Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint, Harry and Ron respectively. That is pretty cool. Looney Tunes and Scooby-Doo corner is up next. There's even Bugs Bunny ears. Just because they're ears, I think I need to try them on. I feel very tall, but surprisingly sturdy. That's actually pretty cute. Just as I put the ears down, we found our first piece of Over the Garden Wall merch, and it's a little pin set with Wirt and Greg.
And Beatrice too.
Yes, and Beatrice and the Toad. That is very cute. We're getting like little trickles of Over the Garden Wall, but hopefully we can find more. There's a Halloween corner here with some Beetlejuice miniatures and like dioramas. Very cool. More Tim Burton to our weekends. Plushie sets. You wouldn't think that these characters would make cute plushies, but they actually don't look too bad. Even some appreciation for the Beetlejuice animated series. Cute little Lydia sweater. And the spider, the buttons on these are little spiders. Such a cute little detail. Oh my goodness, I think we found it. I think we found the corner. Potatoes and molasses. Oh my goodness, and there's little Greg embroidered on the sleeve. That is too cute. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind a little bit right now. Oh, a hat. So cute. There's also a tote bag here. Very subtle looking, at least from the front and from the back. Very nice, very fall feeling. I'm a big fan of that design. Rock facts. Little frog and more rock facts. There's a lot of merch for the frog. There's also a t-shirt. This one's a little less subtle. The color palette is more bold. Pottsfield Harvest Festival. Since 1502. You'll join us someday. Over here, there's a bunch of like sections for different TV shows. Ted Lasso, Friends, Big Bang Theory, and a big section for Gilmore Girls. I'm not like the biggest TV show person, to be honest, so we're just gonna kind of like breeze past these. Possibly our last Tim Burton sighting of the day. Kind of. Here in like the Batman corner, there's some stuff for Batman Returns. A notebook, I think, that looks like it's a VHS tape. That's pretty cool. Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman on a pullover, pink. Top of the Batman Returns stuff, there's a whole corner just for this little character from Batman Returns. He kind of looks a little bit like Scary Teddy, but like a cat version. There's an ornament, there's a hat, and there's even t-shirts and a tote bag. Very niche. I'm always a fan of like niche character merch. And it's not just Batman Returns, there's like merch for pretty much every iteration of movie Batman, as well as a bunch of other superheroes from the DC universe. And with that, we are back. After the WB store, I honestly was kind of done. In my current condition, I don't have as much endurance as I used to. And having like the concert and everything, all the excitement the night before was kind of a lot. I overestimated myself, I think. But we did make a couple purchases at the WB store. I ended up getting the tote bag for Over the Garden Wall. I love a good tote bag. And now like with the sunlight, you can see the text a little bit better. But yes, I'm very excited about this purchase. I almost got the little frog keychain. It was $17, which I felt like was kind of pricey. This was $25. We ended up using this bag for the other things we bought, which are Christmas gifts. So I'm not going to show that part right now. The other over the garden wall thing we got is the mug. This was Ji-chan's pick. Ain't that just the way? But yeah, if you haven't checked that out before and you're a fan of any of those franchises in there, definitely check that out. Like also my energy in the store was like, I could feel it going down and down and down. So I'm sorry if it was like kind of low energy, but we are being real here and sometimes it happens. And I'm like still on a high from the Nightmare Before Christmas concert because like I have watched that movie so many times growing up to the point where I could probably like recite most of the lines. I took a horrific amount of photos and videos on my phone and I'm gonna be like just watching those back for months probably. Hoping and praying that this will come back to the Hollywood Bowl next year too and in the years to come. Either way, I hope that this might have brought you some joy and help celebrate Halloween season a little bit more. Thank you so much for being here and for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.